Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. And he's going to bring this out to a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down, they load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's complete downfield. You make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
First down, looking to throw the football. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Running with purpose. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the...
And he lofts one deep over the middle. Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, but there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Signs a good throw. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
First down here for this offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On first and 10, looking to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. He has first down yardage at the 46.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. Caught near the goal line. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
We're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Ball handed off. Running with purpose. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. He grabs it inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the defense look slow that time. Now they line up to kick the extra point. Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop?
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Receivers are bunched together. They'll look to throw it here on second down. The ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch it? Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Just a really good job up front opening up that hole. And I tell you, watching this back more and more, love his vision, love the instincts that he has as a runner, and he has that combination of physicality and speed to be able to pick up first downs like that.
It got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
And everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Slides down to avoid the tackle. Longhorns will have first and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running,
fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. With the continuity, this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn on the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. He's moving out of the pocket. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job with it on this play.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner is brought down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And he'll set up to throw. Caught for the completion. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And now the handoff. Oh, look at the quick cut. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And tackled after a small pickup there. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he's got some open field ahead. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. And he drops back in the gun. He stays alive. Trying to extend the play. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
And the wideout goes in motion. Second down, we're going to throw it. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
On third down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the catch. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
They'll pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense cannot be stopped. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this biggest stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
Automatic in the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Defense showing blitz here. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Nice job up front, opening up that hole, and look at this Texas running back just running physical for a nice first down. Texas running backs. Chris, come on, you know better than me. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, more recently Bijan Robinson. Incredible history in Austin when it comes to these backs, and he's living up to it today.
And bulldozing his way through. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down. A solid run, good for first down yardage. He'll hand it off. Oh, and he fumbles. Fumble recovered by the defense, going the other way.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but it's also recognized a heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place, just the right time.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here.
Boy, he was so close to getting to the outside and coming up with some huge yards. But, hey, let's give credit to the defense. This receiver is really fast. They were very, very fortunate not to give up a big play.
Finds room at the 30. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes are in the red zone. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. I think
he's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Going again on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running around like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drop. Can they bounce back from that right away? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Catch made down inside the 25. And he's into the end zone, but there is a marker down, so hold everything. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after his PAT was blocked, the kicker is out there again to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion of the tight end. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. And what a move, goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow.
And a sophomore making an impact play.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. Trying to create here on the move. And the catch is made off the carom there. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. Handoff from the shotgun. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about in the first half? This back is having a big day.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. It's a fumble. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Quarterback drops back, and it's incomplete and a very quick throw.
A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the two-point try.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, the defense had everything covered downfield. The quarterback tries to check it down, but how about the defensive speed to be able to sniff that out?
Offense moving into a bunch formation. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. He's got it down at the 25. Touchdown, Longhorns. No chance to catch him. And this battle for the conference championship is dead even now. These two teams going at it.
Both these teams are just showing a lot of pride. Both so locked in and wanting to win this championship. One team scores, the other one already locked in on how they're going to respond. And it's resulting in an intense back-and-forth game. This one's going to come down to a battle of wills.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And looking to throw now on first down. Moves left out of the pocket. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Texas. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. With a takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to begin the second half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. play fake on first down. The pocket breaking down. And is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Receiver makes the grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
The pass rush closing in. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Under pressure, just lets it go. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Drop him back. We're going to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. To bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be fourth down.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Trying for a fourth down completion. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down, you've got good field position, and let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas. Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looking right, this one caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Movement here from the tight end. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Breaks loose at the 40. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Looking to throw again. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. He's got it near the end zone. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. The Buckeyes will line up here on first down and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense really clicking. This back cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time where we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance in a national championship game? I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard, just so much fun to watch.
And he finds his tight end for the catch. And he gets him for the score, cutting the lead down to 13. Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Powers through. They bring him down right at the 20.
Now, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Oh, and he goes down after a short gain. That's not enough for the first down. Important third down play coming up.
Up right here, one time.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's complete. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Second and 10 here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He pulls it in for a big gain.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see and kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, he continues to have time trying to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Fights through the tackler. The Longhorns pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's third and long. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's running out of time here. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a fourth down play. The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He steps out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. First down, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. He's picked for a third time tonight. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Longhorns. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for him here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Tight end goes in motion before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And now another deep ball here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He pulls in the catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's got it for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Receiver makes the catch, and he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offense coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The Buckeyes come to the line with 1st and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can...
Touchdown, Buckeyes. Still no answer for this offense.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
He'll get into the end zone for 2 points. Now it's a 15-point game. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. A quick throw out left, complete. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Line getting set up. It's a 1st down play.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the 1st down.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that 2nd level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
Try and muscle for the 1st down. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Longhorns will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. As a design quarterback keeper. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
1st and goal, handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Let's see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Touchdown, Texas. And the route is on. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. First down here for this offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Getting set. Here's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. He escaped. Broke one tackle, but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. A really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Well, they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Texas Longhorns.